Streaming is go.
Welcome to Talk is Jericho with your host Chris Jericho, whose wife is kind of a right winger. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Well, this stream started off a little random, but let's run with it. Go ahead
Oh
and
yeah, as opposed to the normal streams, on
yeah.
a normal week when we're all together. All right, as you were mentioning, actually pre-stream correctly. Welcome to Two Gaming. Two. Dang it. Okay, cut. We'll go live.
Cut.
Start
Start
over.
over. Okay.
Welcome to Two TV Gaming, where two friends play Metroid or chess or I think Castlevania would be fun for the next set, and I also think those games don't take a super long time, which should be nice.
Okay.
I'm one of your hosts, Dre Alvarez. With me, as always, I'm stealing other intros that I'm used to, by the way. With
Yeah.
me, as always, oh my god, I'm going to die. Yes, with
That
me
that's
is
my
my
name.
host, oh my god, I'm going to die. Yeah, and it was really weird in roll call. Like, teachers were always like,
Oh
oh my
wow.
god, I'm going to die. RixterGT, Landon, Bloom, Flambe,
One of those.
Bloom.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know what's going on.
And we already
Uh,
have someone in chat, and so we can't even pretend that that beginning didn't happen. So
oh
we
no. Wait,
ruined it already.
I already came through here, right? But is there
No,
still stuff here?
you're
Or
lost already.
I don't know. Listen. I, I appreciate you so much doing this as like a friendship thing because, as we've kind of said, it's just two friends kind of like having an excuse to hang out. I would make the argument that if you are trying to beat, like, here's some pro advice. We're Landon and myself are going through a Metroidvania together for fun. One of several. So I'm kind of happy that on the last Metroidvania, in large part due to me practicing, which I have not done for this one, I did better. I would give the advice that if you are going to do a Metroidvania, like, don't wait a week in between stuff. Just
That is
bit
true.
of pro
Yeah.
tip.
It's easy to forget where you're doing. And I would like to just uh point out, like, I appreciate that you said we're playing a Metroidvania. This one happens to be called Metroid. So
Yeah.
maybe you've heard of it. If you're in the Metroidvania, if you like those kinds of games, perhaps you may have heard of this one, Metroid.
Well, Super Metroid.
Super Metroid.
Arguably, and,
Metroid
and we
3.
were having this discussion a few weeks back where, like, arguably Super Metroid is probably the best showing the Super Nintendo had, which is saying something.
It's it's my personal favorite, and it is saying something because there's a lot of good games, especially like
Like, oh god.
I was just gonna say, especially like late in the generation, right? Because like I didn't realize that this came out the same year as Donkey Kong Country. Uh, Country came out later, but that's definitely one of
So
the major games.
this is actually a rerun of something we've already said, but way back in the day, before I had a kid, we thought we might stream Mario of all games. And kind of with the auspice of discussing the book Console Wars by Blake J. Harris, who now does follow me on Twitter, by the way, because we just both really dug it. It was a real fun history. And one of kind of the wild parts of the kind of Sega Nintendo fight, or whatever you want to call it, was that Nintendo put up like, when they were going to the next generation of consoles, the Super Nintendo kind of made a comeback. Because
Hmm.
I don't quite agree with this. I think the book, for dramatic purposes, kind of gives a little more credit to a little bit more credit to Sega during the Sega Super Nintendo era, but was kind of giving the impression that, the Sega Genesis versus the Super Nintendo was really kind of a fight.
Hmm.
And
It,
so kind of the impress. Oh, good.
I was just gonna say it was like those of us like you and I who remember this growing up, like that's still like the greatest console rivalry there's ever been, I think. Like I like PlayStation versus Xbox, like that's
No, that was PlayStation 2 versus Xbox. Yeah. And game,
Yeah,
I mean,
PS2 versus
what
Xbox.
actually, here's a wild like comparison because I was around, I was working retail then, and I actually had all three of those systems. Um, PlayStation 2 versus Xbox versus GameCube was such a ridiculous time for like new systems coming out and stuff, and the amount of just effort and money, etc., being poured into them.
Hmm.
And for all that being said, it is just kind of wild how I would make the argument that just PlayStation just won, like, which is kind of wild. That you have these three big companies that are like, we are going to go all in on these platforms, and, and PlayStation is just like, no, like, nope, we're the best, and it's like, yeah, nope, no real, and that's, to be clear, like GameCube and Xbox were, and GameCube, I'm curious about this. That's where like Metroid finally made a comeback after a really long time. That was
Hmm.
Metroid Prime.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
How was
you
Metroid Prime in your opinion?
I liked it a lot. And I was one of the big skeptics of it because I was a fan of Metroid and especially Super Metroid, and Metroid 2 was my first game for a really long time. Because it was like 10 years or something like that between Super Metroid and the next Metroid game. And so there were all these high expectations. I think the 2D platformer format for Metroidvania works best, and I still kind of think that. So I was not a fan of the idea of them going to 3D, to be honest. But they did a really nice job with it, and I'm not going to say it's like a perfect game or as good as Super Metroid, but
Well, you
like
may be a coward,
enjoy,
but
I
I will.
enjoyed it a lot.
Metroid Prime, a perfect game.
Wow, have you and you've
Yeah.
never played it, right?
Wait, I actually bought it. I actually
Oh,
own
really?
it for the GameCube. And
Oh,
it was
I
like
didn't know
okay,
that.
like I think it was fine.
It was
That's
cool.
back when I was like younger and I would like buy games and like try it a bunch and like try stuff out, and like I enjoyed it, and then I never beat it, and then I kind of just went to. So let me ask: Are you gonna do Groundhog's Day again, or are you gonna? Hmm. This feels like he's in trouble by a lot.
Also, for anyone confused, he is playing chess right now. He does these chess tournaments on Wednesdays. So,
So I've got both. I do
so
have Metroid ready to
that's
go,
not a mistake. That's what he's doing.
or what if this is? Oh, no, I left my bookmarks up. So fantasy sports, I haven't used that bookmark in years. Debugged with, I do occasionally use that. Sports, Zelda 2. This actually has like the thing, some NBA stuff, LinkedIn skills assessment, online. Oh, that's a good one. Online API testing and learn React when I was job hunting. All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Hmm.
those are actually readable on the stream. I can't read it on my stream, but
Well, you never learned to read. That's a bummer.
I didn't. Uh, before let's since we are primarily playing Super Metroid, let's look at this box art again because it is still some of the best
How
box art
many times
there's
are
ever
you
been.
going to look at the box art?
I feel like we should start every stream with Super Metroid box art, like no matter what we're playing.
Welcome back to 2TV Gaming, where the first segment we look at the Super Metroid box art for 4 hours.
We just talk about how awesome it is. And like, where is
And it is
Kraid?
pretty
What is
cool.
he
It's like,
doing? Is he falling? Is he
so
jumping?
yeah,
Like, what's
we've
he?
established like what's interesting. You notice this, so I'll actually confess that I didn't quite realize this on like looking through the first couple times. But you're right, where this is like Kraid's feet and then
Mm-hmm.
belly. So it's not like Kraid, because that's kind of the thing about being like a dinosaur. For those of us that are experts in dinosaurs,
Okay.
um, I saw Jurassic Park, saw Jurassic Park 2,
Mm,
saw
okay.
Jurassic Park 3,
So you're
saw
pretty
Jurassic
well
Park
studied. It's what it sounds like.
4, saw Jurassic. Actually, you know what? I feel bad. I'm actually lying to you. I've never seen Lost World with Jeff Goldblum. What was Jurassic Park 3? Didn't they make a 3 like before the reboots?
Yeah, they what did they call
Oh,
that
it had
one?
like Vince Vaughn as like a dinosaur trapper on an island, like a kid is like gone missing and some rich people hire them to go, and then they discover that like Vince Vaughn is like there, because that's like always a premise in the Jurassic Park movies, is that Like one
Even
group is there, but they're secretly spies to steal the dinosaurs.
yeah, I don't remember much about the story of 3. I remember liking the third one better than the second because the second was like trying to go bigger and crazier than the first one, which was wildly successful and one of the
Did the
best movies
second
ever
or
made.
third one have the break where the daughter does gymnastics?
That was the second one, and that's when I lost all respect for that movie.
Well,
Because
okay,
the
let's just make a question. How are you going to defeat dinosaurs?
well, with my gymnastics, but I'm not going to be like showy about it. But
Hmm.
the third one is feels less like a Jurassic Park movie that's just trying to milk the franchise, and it feels more like a not Jurassic Park movie. It feels more like a B movie punching well above its weight, which makes it better.
Hmm. And I saw the first of the new ones, like Jurassic World or whatever I think it's called. Yeah, and like I was fine. It wasn't great. I mean, it's like, oh, this person's getting slaughtered. This person's getting as slaughtered at chess as I normally do at Super Metroid. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what Jurassic Park has that much to do with Super Metroid, but um, since we've been sitting here watching my Super Metroid run is just doing like the pre-game demos, and if you wait on the title screen, it starts showing these demos. And I remember last time I was showing these, I was waiting for the one that shows the coolest thing you can do in the entire game, and it never
isn't that
came
like
up.
the speed run or whatever?
No, there's something even cooler than that.
Oh, there's
Um,
something cooler than the speed. How dare
there's
you?
something cooler than that, but I didn't realize. I looked it up because I was curious, and there's a so this cycles between 3 separate like
Huh? You never
episodes
get
of
this.
like
So let's just second.
yeah.
His thing is cool, but you know what's cooler than that is chess. Um, I don't normally get this mate configuration. This is pretty rare. Huh? All right.
I'll take your word for it.
It's very atypical. It's very atypical to get a rook across from the king like that. Oh, and I don't even get a break. Oh, this is the person I think I lost to on time a few rounds ago. So let's see. So I'm going to take a quick look. All right, I got to win this one because our record against each other is 5-1-6. So
5, 1, 6.
they won. Okay, I got to keep up my winning record ways.
Okay.
This is apparently called Petrov's defense, where they bring the knight up and I take the pawn there. Hmm.
I bring the knight up like that a lot just because I think it's cool that it can go through pieces. That's the
Mm-hmm.
extent of my strategy. It's like, hey, this is neat.
Well,
But
from an opening perspective, I'm a little better, but I would be shocked if the engine liked me a lot more. But I'm just following. I need to study this one more. I did the first 3 moves right. I don't know if I'm going correct now. There's something called a fianchetto. That's where you do this with your bishop. Now my bishop's pointed across the diagonal. Oh yeah. Let's do an intro on stuff, and then I'll finish my chess story that I completely forgot to finish on the last
okay.
show.
Speaking of finishing stories, I'll finish mine about the
So prepared in. Hi, I want to offer a promotion of your channel viewers chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. All right, prepared in. We've had a few offers here, so this is really important. I want to get this on air before we do our intro. Had
okay.
multiple offers for help. So basically, prepared in. If you give us $1,000, we will ignore you.
I like it.
That is
That
the
sounds
offer.
that sounds fair.
Pretty much. Thank you, bot, for wasting our time. It says go to Doge
Doji.
ABTC. I'm not gonna say the real URL, even though anybody watching a channel can just
Yeah.
read it. No. Anyway, thanks for watching. Preparedlin. I'm gonna go preparedlian. Something. I don't know.
Something. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, all right. Intro to the channel, and then I'll tell a chess story I forgot to finish on last show.
All right. Wait, intro. Haven't we like
We
15
kind of
minutes in?
we said what we're doing. Said what we're doing. We did the box art. We're doing a
Yeah, we did the
Metroidvania. Apparently,
Metroid is
it's a
a Metroidvania.
Metroid. It's in the
Yeah.
name, is what you want to say.
Yeah, it's
And Landon, to at least keep this, I think you just like the game. You do kind of just start over every time, right?
yeah, I have been.
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, and
Because
I
I'm
will be.
making some progress,
You
and
are. You're
we'll
making good
see.
progress. I think you're gonna make good progress today too.
All right, I think I win this one because, see, I'm attacking two pieces. If he's not careful, if he foolishly takes the bishop, I'm going to take the knight. But he's not stupid. It's almost like he's a 1600 and not a noob. That's kind of frustrating. You know when you're hoping someone is bad at a thing, even though there is no indication they should be bad at the thing, and then they're good at the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's my experience with pretty much every online game.
You're like, this 12-year-old's going to be bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm like, what? That's not fair.
They've only played 40 hours this week. I'm probably better. But
Could be. I don't know.
anyway,
That
so
is one
so
of the
like
nice things. Okay, yeah. So Metroid, you're doing the intro, cool stuff.
yeah,
Restarting.
so we've talked a lot about just how much this game has to offer and just like all the secrets and just kind of things there are to discover. So like I was saying, there's sort of these three separate sequences of title screen gameplay, and they show different parts of the game. They kind of show you like a little bit into the controls and kind of what to expect. There is a fourth one, which is the one I was thinking of, that shows the coolest thing you can do, but it only shows that one after you've beaten the game, which I didn't realize. And that's really cool because then like that's just one more like even after you've beaten the game, like there's still like more secrets being revealed and like more stuff. Um, and of course, Metroid games encourage you to beat them multiple times because first time usually takes a while, and then once you kind of get the idea of like a lot of times like the order of the items you're supposed to get and kind of where they are, then goes much faster in subsequent runs. But
Makes sense.
yeah. So I'll go and get started, I guess, just instead of sitting
All
here.
right. Well, good news. I mean, you picked good timing because I just lost at chess. So I'm back.
Welcome back.
So actually, let me move. I fell for a fork. I'm going to do one thing and show like what you can do on chess. This is cool. And I'm just going to show the quick review to see if I was ever in it. And this is actually like, if I'm going to lose, this is the type of loss I want. It shows accuracy. My opponent has a 95.3% accuracy, which means they basically played perfect. I would win a lot of games with an 85% accuracy, and basically I got all the way to the end game drawn, and yeah, that was just way too ambitious. I really shouldn't have pushed my pawn there. And then here I'm just screwed because the rook can infiltrate on the second rank. And at this point, I'm very well screwed because the queen's threatening checkmate and is also attacking my rook. But I think I needed to do that, and apparently I'm still in trouble. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back to the real game, shall we?
The realest of all games.
Okay.
This intro never gets old. Like, I know we talked about it before, but even like the font, the way it like glows, and this art, this is all very cool at the time, and it still looks, it's still cool to see.
Okay. All right. So we're playing Metroidvania. Okay, so let me. The one major thing, I'm in Norfair. We're playing Metroid. Landon's walking me through it. He kind of starts over each time, even though I'm more than okay if you just want to get your state and win, because I'm like trying to stall for time with like chess and stuff. But It's just two friends hanging out. Some of your work friends watch, which is cool, and have good comments on things. And I don't know, we're kind of all over the place, but I think we're entertaining. We at least entertain me. And one of these days, I'm going to put all of our stuff on a YouTube channel. And I already
Nice.
have a YouTube channel. I can just put it there. But that would take work. And incidentally, one of the side hobbies I've been doing for a show called Nerd with Jeff May is putting stuff on YouTube. So I don't even really have an excuse beyond I just haven't done it.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so is there anything new in this room? Because this room's got the major difference between this week and last is I got the grappling hook.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah.
in Norfair with the grappling hook, and the question is there anything new to explore over here with it?
So yeah, I was also gonna remind you in case you'd forgotten that you did get the grappling hook last time. Um, you are right in your criticism of it, by the way. It is the worst part of the game,
It is the
unfortunately. Like
first thing that I have
it's
disliked. Every other item I have gotten in this game has made me excited, and then the grappling hook, after like messing around with it for a bit, I'm just like, it's terrible.
yeah, it just doesn't work that good, right? Which is too bad. Like it's a neat idea, and you can kind of get the hang of it in certain places, but yeah, it's strange. It was never
Okay, but I
that
guess
much
that was
fun.
my question: is post grappling hook? I'm in Norfair at the moment. But as we've kind of noted, a key part of Metroidvania tends to be it's open world. You move around, you get something, and then you're like, oh, I got something new. And actually,
Right.
this is where I started. So I've just done a loop. And we didn't really go for that long. I kind of messed around a little, played chess, beaten 1100, lost to a 1600. My rating's
Oops.
probably going to go down about 16 points or something today, which, just is what it is. It's fine. And let's see, I forget, am I able to get up in here? Yep. Okay,
Oh, I
I
got
already
him. I
did
got
this.
him. So I beat Ridley in the intro, which
Oh, cool.
doesn't
Oh, this
really
is,
change
thanks for telling me,
anything.
because this is in the past.
Yeah.
This is in the past for me, so I can watch. So sorry, I've got to stop and watch.
Um. So yeah, it's something that
What? But what happened? You just,
the difference is
I
he
do like
dropped
that. I'm like, oh god.
um he drops the Metroid and then he grabs it again and then he flies away. So it looks like you beat him like cuz his color changes and then he like drops it and you're like, "All right, I won. I saved the universe." But then like I said, nothing actually changes. It's just another cool detail in Super Metroid. Like it's just this thing that you can do. Oops, what am I doing?
I do love running. Well, I remember one of my, and this was where I got. Okay, so this is where I got the grappling hook. So let's pretend, and I'll ask a question there. I remember we were talking like best systems and like, wait, why can't I jump out?
I don't know, why not?
Weird. Best systems of like PlayStation 2. One of my favorite games, as you know, that I'm like know way too much about is Final Fantasy X.
Mhm.
Um, and on that, you can win a blitzball game, and when you win that game, like you get a trophy, but everything else stays the same, which is kind of funny.
Nice.
So yeah.
And also going back to like previous console wars, like you're right about the PlayStation in that era because the PlayStation 2 is still the best-selling console of all time, and by like a lot, I think. And a lot of that is because uh it was a DVD player, which was new at the time, and it was a cheap
Yep.
DVD player.
Okay, I actually got some of my first couple of DVDs on that sucker. Rank these first two DVDs: Batman, Michael Keaton version,
Hmm.
and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Bicentennial Man.
Nice. Um,
Okay, so what do okay? So I am gonna cheat here and ask stuff. What should I want to do here? I
so
just got the grappling hook in Norfair. I saved over here. I did get to the room above. Should I go back to Brinstar? Where
yeah,
am I
now
going?
yeah, now you can go back to other places where you've seen those grappling blocks. There's one place
Oh
in
joy.
particular that a lot of players will have probably spent a lot of time trying to get through because it seems possible without the
That doesn't sound like me in this game at all.
but
And I'm, of course,
but
being sarcastic, and actually, Landon has probably saved me hours because there have been multiple times I'm like, I should be able to just jump over this wall, right? And let's throw back to like the original. And I mean, part of this is I got trained incorrectly in learning how to beat the first Metroid quickly because, like, the first Metroid, it's called like, sorry, you've used the term a ton, but sequence breaking, right?
hmm
So, both Metroids, like a lot of old games, in theory try and have a path designed for you, right? Like even a Metroidvania and like Castlevania, oh, that was cool. That's what I wanted to do, and I'd done it.
Nice.
Even say like Castlevania will say go, hey, before you can get through this section, you need to like get this whip to kill this thing, or this item to get past this boss, or whatever, or this whatever to, you know, open a door here. And so, but with these games, the fun can become if you can trick it. And I kind of mentioned like I have yet to be able to do it effectively in any meaningful way. But a hack in Super Metroid that I've learned about is you are able to get like there are these doors that you're only supposed to be able to get through from one side,
hmm
and then they kind of lock behind you. But you can get through them on both sides actually because there's just a collision error. And this, like the most famous of these was in Mega Man, where there's just this off by one error
hmm
that screws it. So Metroid 1 teaches you like sequence breaking, and so you also kind of like let's see, can I blow things up? Oh, that's so cool. Sorry.
All right,
I'm in the water.
I gotta ask, did you know about that beforehand?
No, I mean I was like, I'm in a glass thing, can I blow it up? You taught me, like, let's be clear, Landon has been teaching me, and like in any room, Landon, you love being the fucking mythical or whatever teacher person. I'll be in a room and I'm like, do I need to do something here? And you're like, well, have you tried blowing things up? I'm like, I haven't tried blowing things up. You're like, well, maybe you should try blowing things up.
Well, then I gotta say I'm very proud of you. You have you have your training is complete. You are now the master
This
because
this also
that thing you just did is one of the most non-obvious things a lot of new Metroid players just spend hours looking for, and they, like it really hangs a lot of people up, and that's one of the things. That's kind of what I've been waiting for to see if you would figure it out on your own without like any help, because I was curious. Because I remember discovering that the first time when I was younger, and it is like the coolest thing in the world when you try that
well,
and it works, right?
refresh my memory on the boss last week that dies, that like you boil alive and stuff.
Crocomire, that's
Crocomire. I will say
the best in all
about
games.
what made me so mad is like you were like Crocomire is so cool. And initially as a fight, it's not like super amazing, like not in a bad way. It's not like super amazing. It's fine. I mean, obviously I did
You're
miss.
right. Yeah.
By the way, I'll point this out because I keep bringing everything back to Final Fantasy X. So this isn't an uncommon thing, but the type of boss Crocomire is a push fight.
hmm
As in, you know, your goal isn't to win on damage. Your goal is to force the enemy into a thing. And for instance, in Final Fantasy X, there's the Chocobo monster, like the
Okay.
Chocobo Eater, and you actually, that's the goal too. You actually want to push it. All right. Am I able to get through this?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now because this is another. I remember wasting hours playing this game for the very first time. You do not need to
So
be running
buckle
around
up,
in the water.
buckle up, buckle up. Get a nice frosty beverage,
Uh-huh.
and you're in for some fun. All right, so I'll leave it alone. But that's pretty cool to have found that.
Yeah,
I got some
that's
more
super
stuff on
cool.
the map. Um, but yeah, the the push the boss off as opposed to you're trying to win on damage, that kind of stuff. You know, that's pretty common in video games. I know, even as another example, like StarCraft 2 has that. There's a boss where your goal is to like get it into the lava. You can actually kill it with actually no, you can't kill it with damage. Like the only way to kill it is to like trick it into going into the lava. So
Okay.
that kind of stuff. It's not uncommon, but I was like, this is fine. And then of course you like boil it alive and it's a giant skeleton, and like when you come back the giant skeleton like comes out.
Oops.
And yeah, okay, so actually this is what I was talking about, by the way. These doors are breakable from the other way.
Yeah, that is interesting to me.
I...
I didn't know that was a glitch. I definitely don't know how to do it.
Well, you basic. Okay, so I'm showing you right here like what you could do, which is if it was on the other side, the collision detection is such that you could do that and it would work, but it doesn't work from this side, and that's like silly and common in old games where it's just like we could talk your ear off about like floating point arithmetic and like weird rounding stuff, and like I know that's a fun one, right? Like Windows, you can mess up the calculator where you like divide by 4 and multiply by 4 or something, and then it like shows up like 19 repeating or something.
Oh really?
Anyway, okay, so
I got the mock ball way faster than previous.
You said not to mess around in here.
Yeah.
How the heck do I get out of
here? Yeah, that's not easy. That's part of why, like, it's especially that sand you're in it can be pretty tricky.
Because I'm locked in, as far as I can tell, and I can't go this way. So how the heck do I get out? Do I just die? I can die. It's fine. Like, is there you typically
you should be able to get out. Here, I'll watch you. Yeah,
I'll just
like
keep bombing.
You're a little bit behind. Let me watch what you're doing. Like I think there is like a hidden invisible block somewhere around you. Yeah, go oh yeah, because you see it there. Go below here. You can just go down. And it's
what do you okay, wait. Let's reiterate what you just said there. I can see it there. How do I see it there?
One of those enemies crawls out of the ground, so you can...
Well, that's a good... So this is actually still useful in that I got somewhere. Cool. All right. But anyway, so back to like Crocomire. Like, I was like, you were like, this is so cool, and I was mocking you initially, and then like the skeleton melts, and then like the skeleton pops out, and I'm like, all right, you got me. That is really bad. And that too, like blowing up the thing and then coming through, it's like I am impressed how much of this game is just like delight in seeing. Yeah. And I apologize that I did ruin the story for there was no hope that wasn't going to happen, but I'm going to tell you at a time. Of like the end where like you're fighting Mother Brain and you die, and then like a giant Metroid comes to save your life. Spoilers on the 50-year-old game.
Yeah.
What? But things can't die. That's kind of wild.
Oh yeah, they're pretty tough.
What about? Okay, yeah, I think this game would have been completely fine without the what you call
grappling hook.
Without the tractor beam, or they should have just made it. They should have done like the same kind of trick as the other thing, like just your normal gun as a tractor beam. I think would have been my 2 cents, but is what it is.
The tractor beam.
The batarang thing that lets you basically swing across the ceilings.
Oh, the grappling hook, yeah.
Grappling, sure. Whatever you say.
Yeah, it's different. They do bring that back in later Metroid games, and it's better.
It just I mean, here's let's give you a shout out because you're an awesome developer. So you need to finish this game because it is among one of my favorite games next to HW1 Butt.
Classics.
Landon and a friend of ours, Cliff, for a competition, did a game. It was a game contest, and the gimmick was one button. Like basically, you just wanted to do a one button game.
Yeah, we
And
were just a little more context. We were part of a game dev forum back then, and there was a contest called the 1 week
a
one button.
forum is a thing online where people can talk to each other, often
Yeah,
via
back
messages.
back before Facebook and Reddit and
Yeah.
Instagram and why is this not working?
Okay.
But yeah, so we had one
Okay.
week to develop a game that used only a single button. We actually only had a weekend because we were in college at
They
the
also had to
time.
develop it only using a single button, which is really rough. Like the
Oh,
code
that was
was
hard.
just in
Yeah.
zeros. Because yeah, you do
That
like
part's not true.
0. Like you could do like you could do like a almost a Morse code thing, like a dot dash, right?
Or
I
just like
forget.
hold
Okay, so
down
I've
the button and it cycles through like all the characters on the keyboard and then you let go.
okay. What's that X thing at the very end there? I'm looking at the map. You should be able to see now.
That's where you killed Kraid.
Okay. I've just and I'm out of Norfair. I don't need to go back there. There is this room in Brinstar I haven't seen, so let's see if I can get into it.
Yeah.
Have some fun. Yeah. Let's go around. But yeah, so you made a game called Square Deanna Jones, which I think you should finish, and you have actually like developed since on other platforms and stuff. Like I forget the game engine or whatever
Yeah,
that
I
I
made a
think we've looked
Unity
at. And
version.
yeah, Unity. And I started looking at you. Actually, I was happy. This wasn't this. We actually did this on this channel where we like messed with it for just a little while and like in one night added a fun. Like I was curious. So let me throw. I'll try and. I realize I go all over the place. That is just what we do. But I'll finish up the age. So you did a one button game, Square Indiana Jones. The premise was basically a guy using a whip like Indiana Jones,
Mhm.
and you just had really cool whip dynamics. And essentially, like if the tractor beam in this stupid game had Square Indiana logic, I think I would enjoy it. It would be very novel. Unfortunately, as is, it just kind of sucks.
Well,
So
thank you. I'm glad
basically,
you like that game. But
So
yeah, the
basically, I'm just saying, like, why is Square Deanna so much better than? How many things do I have to bomb? Just bomb everything. That's this game solution. All right. Um. But yeah.
yeah, the like one of the things I like about Super Metroid is the controls, and I do like the physics of it, even if it's a little weird. They always felt consistent to me, but the grappling hook does break that. Like it's definitely
Oh my
something
God! Why?
something out there.
Sorry, I was way too loud. I apologize.
No,
I almost
that's
got through this without the grappling hook, and in fact, I could have if I had like one more E thing. I just kept
oops.
dying, if you recall. So I blame you for making me do this the right way.
Hmm.
All right.
See if I die.
See, if this was Square Deanna, like this would be intuitive and nice, and it's not, and I hate it, and I blame you. And yeah, we did like a jam session on Square Deanna where like we just added a physics option because I had lots of fun ideas for that game where I was starting to picture things in my head because the joy of it being a one button game, right, was the simplicity of the physics, right? Almost. Oh my God, I did save recently, is the good news. So
Oh, whoops.
but as an example, and what I did try and add, and we like got super close to, is I was curious about moving things,
Hmm.
like
Right.
movable objects in Square Deanna. So like you and like a level I have in my head, and you are free to take, and anybody in the chat that is listening that feels like developing Lannon's game in Unity, and as long as you give him money and credit when you make $3 billion off of it, we're good.
Wow.
What like a level idea I had in my head was where you start with like a rock was going down really fast and you had to like attach to it and release at the right point, while another like rock or something was going up really fast. And I thought that was cool. That was a cool idea.
That is a cool idea, and that would work well with that format, I think.
Yeah. So we started messing with like that and the game physics, and so to the point of like, you made a very, it's hard not to come off as condescending in code when this is actually like a compliment in code. Like, you made a very simple and clean interface. So in some ways it's your fault that I'm maybe a little harsher to Metroid, because usually with like older games we'll be like, for like Metroid 1 we were very forgiving in that we're
Yeah.
like, okay, well, this is like made under crunch time. They tried to do a ton, like super duper ambitious. A lot of old Nintendo games do definitely go for, like, Link is another favorite example of like, the conventions. What if we break them all? And I'm like, that's very admirable. Trying to do that under like dev crunch time, maybe not the best idea. So
Right.
like Metroid, Super Metroid, as we're already noting, this is a game. This is late to the party. Like, when the system is already like old. Like, that's the worst part about being a console developer, is that the hardware is basic. The hardware is basically set, with few
Mm-hmm.
exceptions. The Super Nintendo, not the Super Nintendo, the
Super FX chip.
N64. Yeah, for those that don't know, like, the N64, they had a Donkey Kong game, because it's always Donkey Kong games. Um and essentially they couldn't get around the fact that it just kept crashing. Like,
Oh yeah.
there was a memory leak that they couldn't get around, and they were like, "Well, what do we do?" And the solution was they just shipped it with a memory expansion, because the N64 was essentially given an extra slot that could be used for a variety of things, including, and I don't think a ton was ever done with it, but they did wind up using it for RAM expansion,
I
which is kind
that's the only thing that slot was for. It was designed that
of
way from
nothing
the
else.
beginning,
But they could have. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. They they
as
they
far as I
had to
know.
have been able to if they wanted to use it for something else.
Well, the N64, like some of these old consoles, like it had that RAM slot, and then on the bottom it had another like I/O slot, which was designed for the 64 disk drive, the 64DD. Um, and I don't know if that could have been used for other things like a modem or who knows what else they would have experimented with back then. But and then of course the controllers had a slot that they could use for memory cards or the Rumble Pack, which came out later.
Rumble Pack was awesome.
That the Rumble
It's weird
Pack,
how that went from not being a thing to just being a thing on video games.
it is like, and that's something that a lot of people probably don't realize, is that Nintendo, like they've always been huge innovators, right? Like they were the first console to have an analog stick on the controller, and they were the first console to have rumble in the controller, and that was the expansion rumble rumble stick. And then now like every controller has rumble, right?
May I kindly say that this level is the worst and I hate it, and whoever designed it should go to hell.
That's fair.
Anyway, continuing. I'm going to look up their name right now and tell them.
There's a
Just
way
be
to
like,
kill Kraid quickly, but I don't know how.
oh yeah, there's, I actually looked this up. I like looked up glitches for
Oops.
fun. You can like trick him so that he doesn't go up. Like, you can basically get him caught in a loop where he stays down.
Yeah, there's a quick kill,
But
but
you didn't.
I
You didn't.
don't even
It's
know
too late.
how.
You'll never kill Kraid again.
I feel like I'll kill Kraid. I killed him.
Yeah, you
All right.
probably will.
He didn't expect me to bring super missiles to a Kraid fight.
All right, so I will actually finish the chess story because I feel bad. I realize I didn't finish it, and I forget. I forget if it was like Zortanks or someone actually like commented. So basically, the thing was we were talking job interviews, and I interviewed at chess.com, and you and I worked. I actually like bugged you because like my comment is it was a good horrible interview in that it was really nebulous and really confusing and really open ended, and I didn't get the job. You know, that's always going to make you pissy because
Hmm.
they were like, they're like, if you want to download this open source code base and do something with it and show us what you can do. And
Yeah.
I did that. They were like, yeah, never mind. They're like, yeah. And I've got more comments there that I'll get to in a second. And I'm like, no. I'm like, that is not how you do a job interview
Right.
ever. Sorry. But the one thing they did that other job interviews don't do is they like paid for your time.
Hmm.
So first
Interesting.
off, it's possible they like the idea and will use it at some point, and I'm not even going to be mad because I win. And then and the way I asked for pay is I was just like, hey, can you just give me a really long membership to chess.com? So I have a super duper long membership to chess.com now. So I'm like, it's really funny. I've kind of had these things before where I want to be angry and complain because it was a horrible job interview, but then they like finished it right. Where they like,
Hmm.
I'm like, I will deal with a horrible job interview if at the end of it you give me something. And it didn't need to be like a really awesome membership to a site I like, because that's why I applied. I wasn't even looking for a job at the time. I just like I like chess enough that I went, okay, well, if they, if they're offering, and I actually could potentially take the job at the moment, I will.
Hmm.
Um, and so, you and I have had lots of comments on developing and job interviewing things and all that jazz. So like it was done poorly, but then I'm just like, you know what? When it comes down to it in a job interview, if at the end of it you give the person that interviewed something, it's fine.
Something for their time.
Because
Yeah.
I've, I really, another friend of ours, I won't name names just in case they don't want to be named, but like they had a job interview at one point where it was just like build a website or something, like a huge demanding, and they got, I applaud it, and I don't know if they got the job. I mean, I know they were successful in the job hunt
Hmm.
during that job cycle, but they just hit a point where they're like, no, they're
Yeah.
like, I'm not jumping through more hoops, which I respect. And I find that there is a big disconnect on job, when you're trying to hire someone. I don't know if it's fear or what, but they're okay. So this time I did it without getting hit at all, even. So I did it right. I went to refill ammo before doing this thing because I kept dying. Interesting. I take it I was probably supposed to go faster there or something, right? Like running and jump
Shoot
shots.
that thing.
What, what do you mean shoot that thing? Oh, I suppose I'm supposed to blow stuff up too.
Sometimes.
Wait, what? What?
What? What are you
Uh,
doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? You
I'm
said
not sure
shoot that
either.
thing. I shot it, and
Would you just like roll over there now? Why do you keep shooting
what?
it? What did it do to you?
You told me to shoot it.
Well, I didn't say you can't prove that actually. Actually,
I
you can't
can
prove
actually. I can go.
that.
I can. I will. But I
Oops.
did roll. So I
No,
roll here.
like go up and over where it's like taking you.
But that. So here's why you don't ask for advice on a lag here.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense.
You're like, shoot it. I'm like, I did shoot it. You're like, shoot it again. Oh, this. I didn't know this was in this game. That's wild. Because I know this was like in Metroid Prime, right?
Yeah.
Said press the
Yep.
B button. How do I use this?
You select it like the grappling hook or
Why
anything
don't they
else.
just have you do the B button?
'Cause that's how you run.
It's hor. This is horrible UI. All right, whatever.
All right, let me. All right, I got. All right, now I. It's funny how often I forget like what I'm supposed to do in this game. Like there's parts of it that just I don't know. Not that it's my aim to like memorize all of it because I like I said before, I've actually made
What
it a
did I
point.
do? How do I what?
Right. I can't even see where
I
you
don't know
are.
what I did.
Um,
I'm in the bottom
did
corner.
you use the X-ray to see where the hidden path is? Why are you bombing everything? What did this room do?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
normally regular bombs are all you need, but nice.
Oh yeah, so Mitty made a comment. So apparently different industry, which that's a bummer actually, because code's not great to begin with. Unlike this, my personal philosophy on like job selection is,
Whoops.
and this is by no means standard because then you turn into one of the people that's like you should always send a thank you letter or whatever. But
Mm,
I feel the level of rejection should be one level below the last level of communication. So, as an example, if you had an in-person interview, then like a phone call is warranted. And if you had a phone call, then a personalized email is warranted. And if you had a personal email, then an automated email is acceptable. Because yeah, I've had a couple ghostings where it's just like, you know, hey, we talked in person and you at bare minimum owe me like a little more. So,
mm-hmm.
but as I also mentioned, the easy answer is just pay the person. But that's super rare. I was like, it was because like, I'll go a little more in depth. So this thing, I had like an idea, and the reason it was a horrible interview, and you saw, is when you tell someone for a job interview question, download this open source code that you may not have, which I didn't and you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
and should I? Okay, question. So I'm going to ask advice. I'm still in Brinstar. Should I try for some of this stuff over here, or would you advise like going back to criteria or something with
I
what all I've gotten?
I would advise going back.
Okay,
Yeah, go back
all
up.
right, but yeah. So you even saw like when they go, hey, for our job interview question, download an open source thing, and that like took forever just to get configured and consolidated, and then modify. Like this was their job interview. It's like, for fun, why don't you download this open source library and show us what you can do? And I tried that, and then I actually like whoever designed this level sucks just as much the other one too, by the way. And then
You have to do very small
I got
jumps to
through
get through it,
that,
but it
and
sucks.
I made an I think a 5 to 8 minute video showing combination showing what I had done, but then also explaining like what I wanted to do and talking. And then like the feedback I got is like, that's too long, no one's got time for that. And I was kind of like, well, if I come in for an in-person interview, it's going to take longer. So my thinking at the time, which I still stand by, was hey, this is kind of a rehearsal, like a rehearsal, right? I'm going to try and I was actually trying to like play to one of my strengths, because I've been told I have a nice voice and talk well, and you and I both have like
Mm,
experience teaching and stuff. So I was like, okay, this will give me an opportunity for them to like hear me talk, to like explain stuff, so
sure.
they're not just going to be looking at my C++ code, which is rusty. Yep, for fun. And then they were just like, that's too long. They're like, could you put it in a report format? So I like wrote up a report and put it on a website, and they're like, nah, no thank you. And I was like, you had me jump through a lot of hoops, and this was really stupid and dumb and not well thought out. And then like I might have even said that, but then they were like, here's a like here's a free membership to a site you like. And I was like, all right, this paid off. I was like, this is worth it. Because I hate my time being wasted, but I don't consider it wasted time if you are compensated. So, but there is a lot
Makes
of that in
sense.
like the tech field of just like having people, and apparently
For
other fields,
fun,
having
yeah.
people jump through hoops and then ghosting them. And it gets more and more unforgivable the more automatable stuff becomes. I definitely have respect. even if it's never fun when you apply to a place and the net. Oh wait, I think I got it. All right. And the net result. This was the place you said don't waste a bunch of time in before I wasted still a
A
decent
bunch
amount
of
of time
time,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I
today, I
was like
waste
that.
time in that room because I'm like, I know someday I'll be able to do it. It's like trying to jump over the flagpole in Mario
Like
1.
Indiana Jones. But anyway, so yeah, the you know, ask, kind of raise the person, ask a lot of annoying questions, ghost them. And as I mentioned, it's getting so easy because it's never fun when you're just rejected. But I will give respect to a place that's like, please apply here on this website. And a lot of places automate this. That's the point,
Hmm.
where you can literally log into a site that's like, we will let you know by this date. And then on that date, you just get an automated email that's like, nope. And you're like, that sucks, but at least you told me the date and I know the date.
Hmm.
So it gets more and more unforgivable nowadays, especially as, like, even if you're a small company, but especially as you become a bigger company, not to just spend the like 10, 15 bucks on the automated service that, will send out an email that's like, no. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's depressing how bad hiring and stuff is, and it's gotten like marginally better as what I would argue the technology to make it much, much better has come about. Anywho,
Makes sense.
luckily, I think at the moment, knock on wood, I don't think you or I have to worry about searching at the moment.
I
And
certainly
I,
hope not.
I absolutely hate it. And here's like a very hilarious reality that I think companies kind of know, but just don't know how to deal with, which is the people you want to hire do not have time to study for your bullshit tests.
Right.
And it's unfortunately am I able to get out of this, or am I just stuck down here? Do I have to go back to the beginning? I'm starting to get
Um.
frustrated this late in
Yeah,
the
you have
game
to
where it is
begin.
just like, oh, you missed the grappling hook jump, go back to the beginning. That's horrible UI design. Whoever did that. They shouldn't be fired, but like, they should feel bad. Although, by the way, sorry, this is another tangent I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, Midi's got the right point. How hard can it be to copy and paste an email and send it?
Right.
I mean, yeah, I've done this before. It is so easy. I mean, like, I'm a Ruby on Rails developer. Ruby has like built-in mailers, so it's like, see, this
There you
is
go.
what's stupid about this stupid thing is if you don't have the grappling, am I wrong? If you jump, okay, never mind. It's just very annoying that if you don't realize you're not pointed upward when you jump, you point forward and you waste the shot, and then it's too late to go the right way.
Yeah.
They
Like.
should do that.
Yeah. I'm not
Like
gonna
I just did it
defend the
there.
grappling beam. Like even the part where you're at is like I've wasted time just trying to get across that part because it's tricky, right? And it's so easy to mess up with that grappling.
Well, I just did it, and that's annoying. I made that. I argue I made that shot. The game is wrong.
Yeah,
Who do I
I
write
believe
to?
I
Who do I
believe you.
complain to?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like Ruby on Rails has like built-in mailers, and a lot of languages do. It is like trivial to just like automate a mailer and have something get sent out. And yeah, and I mean, I think like I said, the reality of a lot of places looking for people, looking for jobs, is they don't realize that the people that do well in interviews can literally just be people that are studying for interviews, because you are really constrained by how complicated you can make an interview with the amount of time. There's only so much you can learn in an hour. I mean, I think it's an NP complete problem to sound like a nerd,
Yeah.
right? There's only so
I,
much data you're going to be able to mine in an hour. So
yeah, you're not
you
wrong.
can't be clever. You're not going to, you can't come up with, you also at a point where if you really wanted to make a really complicated, good interview question that wasn't just going to get leaked to the internet, like, you would be spending all of your time doing that, and it would be wasted after one interview, and that one
Hmm.
interview could just be a waste, and you could still wind up in a scenario where people were smart, right, where you
Oops.
could have people apply as like a tuple, and like the first person gets the question. Like, it is really hard to do job interview. And I mean, if I would give advice, hate this level so much. Like, even after learning, is if you're searching for a tech job, don't try and learn really well. Like, let's say you're switching a technology. So let's say, like, my case, right? I was like, at the time, like a Python Django developer, and I hadn't done much in React, and I was like looking for a React job, and I was like, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do intelligently. I'm going to like really learn up on React and really try and learn stuff and be able to answer complicated questions. And the reality is, like, literally find like the intro question. And YouTube's got a lot of people that do this really well. And, you know, like even stuff like ChatGPT is getting good at like showing that.
Right.
And just learn that really well, because
Oops.
the odds are, who designed this level? The odds are that's going to be about the level of interview. So like you should get really polished on intro stuff so that you look good in an interview doing it, as opposed to try and learn a lot of breadth and think you'll be able to talk your way through it, because when you're trying to talk your way through it in an interview, it just comes off as flustered.
Yeah.
Job searching advice from Dre, key
Oh,
part of Metroid.
I thought my game froze, but the batteries in my controller died. So there goes my speed run. It's all over now.
Blaming the batteries in your controller.
Yeah.
Typical.
Right.
And that's why you beat me on 4 out of the 5 Mega Mans.
Controller died every time.
This feels wrong.
Okay, I'm
I'm
back.
just going to do this for a while.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fun, right? At
Yeah, I mean,
least. Oh my god, I'm gonna die
oh,
in
what was
here.
that? That there's a gray thing up there, but if my, oh my god, why? This is hell. This is literally hell, dude.
That is. It is. That part is annoying.
All right, did you manage to get batteries for your controller?
I did. I'm back in business.
I think that was all the chest stuff. Yeah, just the chest interview, general complaints about interviewing in general. That's kind of what I had. And chess is fun. Like, chess is cool when you're trying to optimize for stuff. It is a cool field.
Makes sense. Grappling.
What? Did you get the grappling hook?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you already get the grappling hook? It took me like 7 years to do that.
I don't know. Just came across it. Just here it is.
Just lying there. Some bird people left it there for you to find. Nice bird people.
Some crazy bird people of some ambiguous point in time.
Okay, please tell me that Super Metroid is behind this door. Or Mother Brain.
You made it. No, but something much more
I'm blowing
interesting.
everything up. I like how this bomb is like powerful enough to blow up like a deep sea, like that tube, based on how deep you are on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
to handle that water pressure. Like how strong that glass has to be
It must be
is
pretty strong,
ridiculous.
yeah.
And then here you're like, all right, can you blow up a wall here? And it's like, nope.
Yeah, classic
Oh,
video game logic.
wait, I thought this. Why aren't I saving?
There's no, I don't know. It's just mysterious. It's crazy.
What?
How is there just always something new and interesting happening in this game? Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Isn't this a save thing though?
It is. Why? Where are all these
Why
bugs
can't I?
around? Like, whoops.
But I blew them up. Oh, let me about this, right?
And why is there an enemy in the save room? What's happening? What's going on here?
But I keep killing it.
How does it keep coming back? What's
I
happening?
don't know. I don't know. Do I just keep killing it? I don't know.
Nah, I'd probably move on.
No.
Or he can stay there forever.
And that's how Samus died.
What am I doing?
That's just lame. There's a save room I can't save in.
Mm-hmm. Weird, right?
Yes.
It's mysterious.
We established that.
It's very mysterious.
It's kind of cool. That animation of when you're blowing stuff up.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
He's like the ghosts of all the Metroids I've killed.
They
Because we
came
have
back.
killed a lot. Like, in story, Samus has killed a lot of Metroids. Like, a lot.
Yeah, like
A lot. Like, however many, like, think of how many Metroids you could kill. Okay, so this is a gray door, which typically means kill a bunch of enemies, right?
yeah.
Am I able to do that, or is this just going to mess with me?
I don't think you can do that yet. If that helps.
Well, that's just stupid.
Crap.
Oh, by the way, have you caught up on Ted Lasso? Because it's coming out on the season 3 is coming out on the 15th, and apparently you're playing soccer, so it feels kind of unforgivable if you have not.
It's so unforgivable. In fact, the team I'm on is called Ted Lasso.
Wait, that I don't want to denigrate your team because they're cool and that's a cool name, but like Ted Lasso's the coach, so shouldn't you be like Richmond or Greyhounds
I,
or?
we're just a team of free agents. I think the league gave us a team a team name. No one really knows where the name came from, but
They just said Ted Lasso.
we're
So
Ted
wait, none of
Lasso.
you know each other. None of you know each other.
I've
Just
got a
like,
couple friends that we signed up together to join the same free agent team, but yeah, and for the most
all
part
right.
don't know each other.
So what position do you play?
I play all
First
over the
base,
place. I'm
like
I'm
pitcher,
chaos
wicketer.
man. Like you don't know where I'm gonna be or why.
Well, I didn't. That's why I asked the question. Apparently, I still don't.
Yeah, that nobody does, even me. I don't know what I'm doing.
What's
That's
this
what gives
ghost
me the
thing?
edge.
I did kill all the stuff in there, but you're basically claiming that I need a way to permakill the ghost, which I can't yet, is what you are implying.
Yeah, something along those lines.
You and your mysteries.
You better
Okay, so you're on a team called Ted Lasso, but to be fair, you didn't. No one knows how it got the name.
you're right.
It's just that is its name.
That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. Bunch of gray doors. So what's the furthest you've gotten
In soccer.
in life in Ted Lasso? But sure.
Oh, um, I I think I'm caught up. Like unless the new stuff is out. Like I've seen it all up
Then it's not
to.
unforgivable. That's what I asked. I was like,
Oh
have you caught up?
no, I'm saying it would have been even more unforgivable because
Wait, we're doing conditional answers to things yet that are on hypotheticals? This is just going to get confusing.
yeah.
I'm like, so what's a good movie you've watched? You're like, well, a good movie I could have watched is.
Yeah, if
I'm like, wait,
this had
what?
happened.
But I'm like, how would you even know? Like, I don't know. You talk about movies a lot, which
Right?
is true. Wrecked
What's up there?
ship.
Right?
That's terrifying.
Who wrecked it?
And as
Whose
we
whose ship is
established,
this?
this is not my ship.
It's
Isn't
definitely not yours. Yours is still out there.
and this ship is like missing power or something because there are like things that would normally give me They're teasing me here. I'm like,
right?
oh, I can recharge finally, and they're like, haha, no, you can't.
Right? There's
I'm like,
like
that's
no safeties here. Like how scary
all
is
right.
that?
Well, that's just terrifying. Okay, I'm gonna blow you up. I'm not gonna blow you up. Thought I was gonna blow you up. Now I'm probably just gonna die.
Wait, when did you last save?
A while ago.
Bit of advice if you haven't gotten in that door by the time I see this, maybe go save if it's been a while.
Well,
It's been
about that. Oh,
well,
actually,
good
I
luck.
can't do anything with this, but there is a hack here, where you
if you shoot
can
those blue things, you can
actually.
get health back. So you got
But
a
I was
shot.
gonna say there is a hack here with this one where you can use like a super missile, like that. And actually, there's like you can screw yourself if you freeze the room here.
If you freeze the room.
Like you can inadvertently trap yourself.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna die. It was a good life. I did all I set out to accomplish. I went onto a ghost ship and got killed by a floating eye.
Good
Which,
times.
as
Good times.
people that know me, oh my god, do I have to do that stupid bridge thing again? Oh my god. I really should have saved on the ship when I went outside initially. Oh well. And actually, I also should have saved because your ship gives you your life back.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Right?
Gives you time to catch up. You'll be passing me in like 2 seconds anyway, then, right? Is what that means.
Possibly. I always forget. I can't remember anything. Drives me crazy.
You always forget that you can't remember anything? That seems like a contradiction, but I'll believe you.
Yeah, because then when I remember, I can't remember anything. Like it's just frustrating all over again.
So all your friends caught up on Ted Lasso too? You're like, ah, Ted Lasso is so good.
I don't know.
Because it is good.
It is good. I like it.
Yeah, don't you like it?
I
I
do.
liked it.
Don't you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, we all like Ted Lasso. And on March 15th, it's back. And on
Do I need to go this way?
March 1st, The Mandalorian is back.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And let's see, I just got through She-Hulk, which is pretty good. Let's try and think of any other TV. Any other must-watch TV
How did you like
that
Andor?
we have watched? I have not seen Andor.
Oh. I don't even need to go
Even
this
though
way.
it's supposed to be like really good, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so good! It's like the best Star Wars ever." And I'm like, you know what's cooler than Andor is Ewoks: The Battle for Endor.
I was gonna say Ewoks, which I've not watched yet. But
Don't. Did you listen? You listened to the podcast on it, right?
no, I wanna watch it first. I gotta. Otherwise, I'm not gonna
Okay,
be able to
so
follow along.
I'm gonna tell you the following couple of
Okay.
things,
Okay.
and I regret the first thing I'm going to tell you, but it is true.
Okay.
Watch both movies. They
Okay.
are both horrible. They are both bad. But if you're gonna like in for a penny, in for a pound, and the good news
Sure.
is, on the scale of the so bad it's good,
Mm-hmm.
like there's at least enjoyable aspects. Like Ewoks, the first one, the Caravan of Courage, just does have some like really cool, enjoyable moments. Why are you laughing?
That was just what a great name. That's
Yeah, it's a caravan full of
Mhm.
courage.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's well, like I mean, of the things to mock about that movie,
Hmm.
that ain't one of them.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's appropriately named.
All right. I
Good,
take your word for it. Yeah.
good. I'm glad you're going to take my word for the thing. It's true.
Good.
So watch them both if you're going to do that. But I'm sorry ahead of time. Like, I'm like, if you are going to do this, do it right. On the flip side, dear God, why? But you're an adult. You make your own decisions, I guess.
Sometimes.
Um, I guess, I don't know. Sometimes everybody hurts, right? That's how that song goes. And then the second one's got like Wilford Brimley, who's just awesome. And apparently, Wilford Brimley hated the director so much he punched him.
Awesome.
So that's like, he's hamming it up. It's not great. Oh my god, worst thing ever. He's hamming it up. It's not great, but flip side, it's Wilford Brimley, and there's some enjoyable aspects. Like the first one, what's awesome is there's an opening scene where a new kid who's going to be like the next Luke Skywalker.
Hmm.
He like busts in on a spacecraft where a bunch of Ewoks are, and he's got like a blaster, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he pulls out his blaster and starts threatening him, and like 4 Ewoks just like tackle him and take him down, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen
Nice.
in a not great movie with like some horrible stop motion animation. And as you will discover on the episode of Nerd where we discuss it, it like won an Emmy for special effects
Really?
back-to-back years.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So you watch it and you're like, these special effects are terrible, and then you look up the year it came out and they were like, oh my god, these special effects are revolutionary. Which should remind people how, like, I'll give a spoiler. The next episode of Nerd, which is actually getting dropped tomorrow, is on Tick, the comic book series.
Oh yeah, you mentioned you were
Did
gonna
you
do that.
did you watch the television show?
I've seen a little bit. Not a lot though.
Do you have Hulu?
Yeah.
Cool. So do you know what's on Hulu?
Um, is it the tick?
Guess what's on Hulu? Just
What can it be?
just guess. Oh my god, it's gonna blow your mind.
Animaniacs?
I mean, maybe that'd be cool too.
That would
Actually,
be cool. Yeah.
we discuss Animaniacs on the episode of The Tick very briefly.
It's kind of the same generation, right?
Yeah, same stuff. But yeah, the Tick is on Hulu. But what was like wild watching it is that it, do people know about commercial breaks in television?
I
Because
assume
it's
so.
like, it's wild to watch a show that intentionally had commercial breaks, and it really just comes across as like sloppy editing initially, because you're like, was there a bad cut or something? And something cartoons used to do, right, was they would a lot of like cartoons and sitcoms would intentionally rewind like a second or two after
Hmm.
the break. So if you're watching something without commercials um on, like, without any, if you're watching something that was built for commercial interruption without any of said commercial interruption, it can actually feel a little wild,
Really?
because it just like randomly seems like it skips or repeats. Like, you have one of two choices on the edits: either a kind of sloppy edit, because you kind of try and get these two scenes that didn't quite line up, or you just like repeat yourself and you're like, oh, both are weird. So the Tick is on Hulu, but like, that randomly happens where you're like watching and you're just like, wait, did the play just skip, or do they just repeat themselves? And you have to realize, oh yeah, there were commercials on this initially, which is wild, dude. It's wild,
Yeah,
man.
that is pretty weird. So like a lot of times like on things that aren't streaming that had commercials, like you can really tell where the commercials were, like because they still like fade out and they'll do it like in
Mm-hmm.
between scenes. Does the
That's
tick
the
not do that, or?
yeah, like the ticket literally just like keeps playing, and you can just like tell where it is. So like however they put it back together, they just like spliced it. So then it's just like, oh, okay. Like it randomly feels like they're like, oh, it was a bad cut or something, or did I miss a line? And then I had to realize it was
Oops.
like, oh yeah, there was a commercial break there, and they just spliced them together. Because I think what the tick would do is I think the tick would repeat, and that was another thing. I mean, and that's still got to be the case. I prefer the fade out, fade in if you're going to do it on video, right? Where you just fade to black very briefly where there would have been a commercial break, and then just, you know, keep going from there, even if it repeats itself. Tick does not do that, but Tick is on Hulu if you feel so bored.
Yeah, I might check it out sometime.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Yep. And you should check out, what month is it? February. You should check out February's episode of Nerd. Though apparently you're not behind. Like, you'll never understand the Tick if you haven't caught up on Ewoks: The Battle for Endor.
I know. Hey, yeah, that won't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about this wreck ship a little bit. How?
Are you on the wreck ship yet, or?
Yeah, I'm here.
So I'm behind you now because that's sad.
Yeah. And this is where I left off last time, actually.
Okay, so there's like this random ghost thing.
Yeah, let me go ahead and fight the ghost. And things turn on, because like this whole like ship is just very strange.
So the ship's got like save parts that don't work and power up parts that don't work.
Yeah, because the power is off
which
in the
lulled
ship.
me into. Are you able to? Okay, you can spoil ahead because obviously it'll be getting there soon. Are you able to power up the ship?
Yeah, when you kill Fantoon, who is this guy, the power
That's
comes
what he's
back
called.
on. Yep. And I've heard some people say like he's the easiest boss, but I'm not gonna lie, I always thought he was the hardest boss. Like, I don't know what it is about him.
That seems like a pretty wide margin there.
Right?
Like, some people say he's the easiest, others say he's the hardest. Who's correct? And I'm like, neither of you, clearly. One of you is wrong.
Like,
all right, well, you're doing good on energy, and it looks like you're just missling the eye.
Yeah.
I'll be behind you in just a second, too, because I'm just going to go up and... Wait, am I going the right way to get back up to... Yeah, I'm going to go back up to my ship first. Recharge.
Like, maybe there's a trick to him that I just don't understand, but he'll do this thing, like, that he's doing here, that I don't know how to dodge. Like, I'm sure I could look up some video and, like, oh, it's the easiest thing in the world, but I always take damage from him. And it's not that I can beat any of the bosses without taking damage. I'm not that good. But,
yeah, we said that. That's on the Metroid forums.
But
you're wondering.
But this guy does like a decent amount of damage like at this point in the game, and I'm just kind of like running through as fast as I can, so I don't have a lot of E-tanks or anything, which is also not helping me. But I'll be able to beat him. But
yeah, maybe.
Who
knows?
What
the forums say.
Yeah. What forums are you talking about? What is? What am I?
The Metroid.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, we talk about how you can't beat Metroid.
I can't beat Metroid.
See, I should have done this the first time, by the way. I'd have just come over to the stupid ship and recharged and healed. Instead of, I made the foolish mistake that the new area was probably going to have a save. Like the game, going to be landing, crumbling, a stupid game again. Subverts expectations because you enter a new area, and thus far in the game, you're used to there being a save point and probably an area to mine health, and now there is not. Am I able to get over to the top of here? Yeah, I'll go through.
And that's what's cool about that outside area where you land is like like I was saying before, there's so much stuff to explore. All right.
Oh, lame. I thought I was going to be clever and like run really fast through everything, and there's like a little lip. It's almost as if they thought about that.
So, so we're on a wreck ship. There's like this ghost thing flying around that greets you, right? And then you fight Fantoon. Is Fantoon a ghost? Like we think he is, right? He seems pretty ghost-like. And he's draining the energy. That's a very ghost thing to do, I think.
I mean, yes, in Metroid lore,
Right?
it's pretty common that ghosts drain energy.
Ghosts drain energy, I think. My understanding of ghosts. But so now the power's back on. You have these like Will Robinson robots walking around that are indestructible. They're the strongest things in the game. Like whose whose ship is this?
Do we? I don't know.
I don't know either.
You tell.
It's got Chozo
Well,
technology and it's got like the save room, right? It's
you
got
know, not to be mean, everything has Chozo technology in it.
they kind of got around the
Everything.
universe. Yeah, they pretty influential. But then like things start sparking in the wreck ship. Like
Oh, what?
it's a really cool area and it's very different than the rest.
Okay, I would like to log another complaint.
The crumbling.
Apparently, these stupid blocks disintegrate after a period of time.
Only the crumbled ones.
So it's, yeah, fine.
Even more mysteriously is they come back. If they're so fragile, yet they're made out of this eternally restructuring material. What's going on there? What's up with that? What's going on? What's up with
I
that?
don't know. I would have assumed you knew.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
I mean, someone probably does, right?
I don't know.
Like, someone has to know.
Maybe. Maybe somebody does.
Why do you keep saying maybe all ominously? The only way you would know no one knows is if you knew.
Maybe.
Oh my. Why? Worst jump ever, right? I don't know if I'm ready for Castlevania after this, by the way. Because if bad jumps that you die on are frustrating like Castlevania, is probably the greatest game for that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I remember it. Like, I haven't played a lot of it, but it's really tough. Like, what are these? What are all these things flying around? Why do these sparks hurt me?
Why do sparks hurt you? Okay, in terms of questions you have asked that are profound or relevant to the game, why do these sparks hurt me? Probably a little lower on the list. Like, my character, when they get hit in the head really hard, the game takes away damage. What were the developers planning when they did that?
This is one of my least favorite rooms in the game. Like, I think it looks cool and is cool to get to once, but it's one of these rooms, and we've come across a few where you have to kill all the enemies in a room before the doors unlock. Yep. I don't think that's a good mechanic. I think that's just annoying. It just slows you down for no real reason. Because at this point, like, we know how to kill enemies, right? Like, it's not...
Do we? How do you kill enemies? What do you...
Well, you charge up and you jump into
them.
No, you charge beam and then flip into them. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Except the Will Robinson ones you said were indestructible.
These guys are indestructible. Yeah, you can't kill them. You can push them around. I can't remember what's over here. Nothing. That was a waste of time. Waste of time.
Yep.
Now I have to kill all these guys again.
Heels.
And these are like these space pirate key hunter guys on the wreck ship. But they showed up after I cleared out all the ghosts. So maybe they're afraid of ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Who you gonna call?
Samus,
You know,
apparently.
J. Michael Stasinski wrote for Real Ghostbusters, She-Ra, and He-Man, as well as Babylon 5.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And he has a really good autobiography called Becoming Superman. It's pretty good. I would check it out.
This
Yeah,
is
someone
another.
knows.
This is maybe Mitty knows. This is another one of those like cool, just outside areas to explore when you get through the ship because there's like these flying guys, and you can't tell what you're doing, but if you stand on them long enough, they come across other flying guys, and you're like, wow, what's up here?
It's
And
like
then
in
you
Metroid.
get these missiles. It's like, who knew these were up here? Who put them up here?
I don't know.
I don't know. So many mysteries. Then you're like worried about falling because you just got through here and you're like, well, there's got to be some payoff for beating Fantoon. And
Right, so I'm assuming when this sucker becomes like transparent, I'm supposed to missile him, right? Or becomes corporeal?
yeah, you shoot him in the eye. But yeah, there's not much you can do when he's incorporeal. All right, we're gonna do spoilers because, well, because you got through the part that I was excited to see you get through, with the bombing the pipe. This is another part that I think some people don't find obvious. I think I don't remember getting stuck with this at all because what you're supposed to do here is something I've done with every Chozo statue, even though it doesn't do anything in any of them except this one. But you can turn into a ball. They're usually holding little spheres. So
Okay.
so you just replace that little sphere he's usually holding, and then he activates, and he walks you over here, breaking all these spikes. And it's awesome. Because he knows where the stairs are.
I think I'm gonna die.
I don't know, you got your reserve tank.
I forget about that like every time.
Oh, you got a couple of them. No, I got the gravity suit.
And that's gonna be key to. And my super bomb doesn't like kill stuff. It's a bummer.
Yeah, it's usually just missiles. That's why I thought it was kind of interesting in the first game and why I wasn't prepared or didn't expect that you can like bomb Kraid and Ridley. I didn't realize that would do damage. You almost got it. Like one more good super missile.
What? Oh, that was lame. That is a horrible UX design thing, of like switching between the missiles and stuff. I'll give it one more go and then see where you get to.
Okay, that's fair.
Sounds good. That was annoying. Like I had two missiles, and I think if I'd hit, it would have been fine. One thing I did that was a mistake that would have saved me a little life is just on the jump area where I like messed up a few times. Like there are fish under there, and I think I lost a full tank just like not switching weapons to kill it. But I'm just gonna try and get through it the first time. This time. Okay, how far are we? Like how far are we from the end of the game?
Um, you or me?
Well, I mean, in theory, you're what only about 15 minutes in front of me if I wasn't like the worst Metroid player ever. So yeah.
Um, let me think. I am two bosses away from two main bosses away from Mother Brain.
Okay. So I'm 3 then, unless you beat a boss while I wasn't paying attention,
No,
which is possible. Which is possible.
possible, very possible.
Yeah.
Get some extra stuff while I'm out here.
So
I'm
actually, I
at.
was gonna say one. Oh god.
I was just gonna say at this point I've got like most of the items in the game, especially for maneuverability. So if I knew what I was doing, I could run through and grab a bunch of the items I skipped along the way to get through this faster. And because I'm definitely gonna want more energy tanks for me, like because I say Fantoon is the hardest, but really it's probably Ridley. Like he takes a lot of
You already beat Ridley.
damage. I know, but I gotta beat him again. Like he flew away.
Wait, he gets harder?
Maybe.
Ridley is like wild in Metroid lore. I think I've mentioned this before, but like Ridley at some point in one of the Metroid games like makes like a mecha Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ridley's a wild man.
He is a wild man.
Wild lizard. I don't know. I don't know if Ridley gets enough love. Can I go up and get anything here first, or do I just go down?
Just down. Yeah, there's nothing else you can do.
What if I go up though?
Then you have to go back down.
What if I try and go up though? Is what I'm saying.
I know. Then,
Have you ever tried?
well, now I don't know.
Have you?
I don't know. Maybe. So
I,
there's, um, like I say, like if I knew what I was doing, I'd know like the optimal path on like what I'm supposed to do next. Because I'm at kind of an
I'd recommend
interesting.
using A-star search as a pretty good heuristic if you want to do a semi-optimal naive approach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. This might.
No, just
But
letting you know.
well, that's good to know.
Like
I'll try to keep that in mind.
that's a good heuristic.
Yeah, I might need to collect more data. But because what's interesting is, I think I mentioned it before, where Super Metroid I think has one of the best interconnected worlds in a game that I've ever played, and there's a that's kind of one of the key
What
components of a
about
Metroidvania.
Interconnected Worlds 2.0? That's pretty good.
Was it? I'll take it.
Remember,
I'll have to try that.
Interconnected. I mean, all of us played that. Remember?
But
It was like really big that summer.
anyway, so what I'm doing is like you get the gravity
Interconnected
suit,
Worlds.
you leave the wreck ship, and you're kind of on the left.
Just like Interconnected Worlds.
So you keep
2.0.
going left.
Like on Interconnected Worlds.
But there's actually
This
two
is
way.
not
There's
that
two
funny.
ways out of the. There's two ways out of the wreck ship. Um. Ah no. Ah, I can never do this. That's so frustrating. Anyway. And so like there's this back way out of the wreck ship that you can also go, which is like this really scenic, beautiful route. I recommend it. Put it on your travel plans if you.
Put it on my itinerary.
Yeah, on your itinerary.
Like if you can only do one thing while you're visiting the wreck ship.
Yeah, go through the back, take the scenic route, and that was I didn't even know about it like at least my first time through, maybe the first couple times, and then to find it is like there's like this whole other area back there, and it's all right. I'm gonna show something else, just kind of going along with the wreck ship and Fantoon, and just kind of how crazy some of this is. So we looked at this in previous sessions. I haven't gotten there yet because I haven't needed to, but remember the statue that's like guarding Turian, the statue of all the bosses
Like in Metroid 1, yeah.
in this game that I'm about to walk into. So there's a statue like in Metroid 1, and when you first get there, it's this really cool, like piece of artwork, and it's mysterious and you don't know what it's for. So I walk in there now after beating a couple of bosses, and you can tell that it's Kraid. And so like Kraid does this thing and it unlocks. And also Fantoon is part of this. Is he a ghost? Why how is he part of this ridiculous locking system that I guess Mother Brain put in place, or maybe Ridley, because he's apparently a some sort of mechanical genius too. But what is Fantoon?
What is the Matrix?
what is happening? Why is it part of this lock? Why is it one of the main guardians of the Mother Brain? If it's just like this ghost that maybe it didn't come on the wreck ship, maybe it always lived on Zebus and just moved in. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
happens.
Yeah, like, none of it makes any sense. But that's also what's great about it. Like it doesn't have to. I don't need an explanation. It's just fun thinking about these things.
You just keep asking for one.
I just like asking. No, they're rhetorical questions. They're like part of that world building.
Did I get it? Did I get it with 30
Oh,
damage left to go?
nice. Wow.
All right,
Nice
I win.
work.
I win the game. That's nice of it. I came in with full health, and I'm going to leave with not full health. That's cool.
Well, don't die now. But you
But
remember
in theory, there's a save point
there
very
is a
soon,
save point.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You went in there. You tried to save, so that is. Oh, now I'm going through here getting the map. See, I could beat this game so much faster if I could just remember. If I could just memorize the entire Super Metroid map.
Or if you would stop restarting the game every week. It is
No,
nice we're going week. I've been enjoying that, I'll be honest.
yeah, I'm glad we've been able to make that work.
I mean, still we're not doing like an ideal game for a weekly, but still cool.
Right.
It's like this is kind of the only way it was gonna happen for me, so I kind of appreciate it. Because as we'll see, like you and I both, it'll be like, hey, have you watched this thing completely in your wheelhouse that would make complete sense for you to watch? And like, you know, no. I have been informed I should watch Warrior with Tom Hardy and the dude from The Walking Dead. It's supposed to be pretty good. I've also been informed by Jeff. I think it actually happens on. Actually, yeah, it happens on the Ewoks Battle for Endor. On that, we start discussing Alien and Aliens briefly.
Nice.
Because, okay, at this point now, I don't want to spoil things. So just please, before next, you've got a week.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a full week to watch two of the worst made-for-TV Star Wars movies ever. Like, The Mandalorian is coming out, I should stress. Like,
yeah, I
Mandalorian Season 3 is... And you're like, I should watch Ewoks. Apparently, Andor... You've watched Andor? Is it good?
Yeah. I liked Andor, yeah.
Everybody did.
Right?
Like, everybody is like, Andor is really good. And I'm like, huh. Like, cool. But yeah, we do discuss Alien and Aliens. Hell yeah, almost out. Oh yeah, Mandalorian. I'm very excited. I'm gonna say, you know, like the not all heroes wear capes kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my kiddo loves Baby Yoda.
Okay.
You will be shocked to discover that I do not think that The Mandalorian is a fully appropriate show to just show my 6-year-old.
Sure.
But some people have done like Baby Yoda cuts of The Mandalorian, and those people are heroes.
Oh, nice.
Because
That's a good idea.
Daniel has seen every Baby Yoda scene in The Mandalorian, and seen like every scene. But Baby Yoda is awesome.
Yeah, Baby Yoda's pretty great.
Oh, cool. This is like the main area again, but I assume. Okay, we're going to talk this briefly out, Mariachi. I'm old. Landon and I are both old. We're out of touch. The world has passed us by. We're confused. there's this movie called The Shawshank Redemption that none of you are going to know what we're talking about because it's something only old people know. There's like a character at one point in that movie who like gets out of prison after being locked up like his entire life and gets out and is like, the world's too damn fast. The movie scene is that he doesn't know what an automobile is. So it's like that. But in the modern world, like, I'm not confused by on the Mandalorian. So I did see Book of Boba Fett. I enjoyed it, but that's because I'm old too. On Book of Boba Fett, like Grogu was offered the opportunity. Oh wait, is this
$100 million contract.
what? It was $100 million contract.
Grogu.
So
I just real quick.
yeah. So
we
on
just
Book of Boba.
just get back to kind of what I'm doing in the game right now.
we're staying on.
No, see, I saw the wall jump guys, and now this is really important. This is the most important thing in the game. Because I saw the wall jump
let's
guys,
watch.
and then I come down here, and we find. I'm just gonna slowly walk over to build up this guy, which I don't remember if I showed last time. And he teaches you how to do that shine spark super jump. And he's just over here chilling with like his egg.
But I
does that
already know
over
how
and
to
over.
do that.
Well, now you know extra how to do it. And if your timing is right, you can actually set this guy free. Right here. I'm waiting for him. All right, I got him. Yes. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. I got you stuck in the. Well, that's never happened, but I'm just gonna leave before someone calls management.
Hey, Mariachi, are you being Landon in the chat too? That's what Landon would be saying. How did he get there?
How did
does
he get there?
That?
I don't know.
Oh my God, there are two of you. Okay. All right. Well, we're all old, but anyway, the point of Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, where in Book of Boba Fett, like Luke Skywalker tells Grogu, "Hey, you can stay with me and become a Jedi," and like that's panned out. Like every single Jedi that's ever been like, I'm gonna forsake my bonds of friendship and stick around and train to be a Jedi. No notes always works. So he tells Grogu that, and then, or you can go back to the Mandalorian. This is, or what is the Mandalorian's name? Just the Mandalorian? I don't know. I should know this. Dude, cool dude. Cool dude. What is the Mandalorian? He has a name, doesn't he?
Mando? Don't they usually just call him Mando?
Yeah, they do. Just
coincidentally, he's a Mandalorian. Like what a lucky break.
Yeah, like not just the lazy nickname. It's clearly But can I be mean here? So that was another part of the both Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett storyline, which is he is like, I want to make a really fancy suit of armor using like the special metal stuff that all their suits are made out of. For Grogu, he's like, I want to make my. Sure, I don't know. You can say whatever you want. You can just make up words. I'm okay with it. He's like, yeah, I want to make this really special suit of armor for Grogu, because he's a Mandalorian now. He's one of us. And he's like, go back with your, Harry and the Hendersons. He's like, go back with your own kind. I don't want you.
Harry and the Hendersons.
It is completely Harry and the Hendersons at the end. Where he's like, Grogu, go back with your own kind, Luke Skywalker. And see, okay, yeah, you're not that. You can't be like, I'm old too. What's Harry and the Hendersons? I'm like, get out.
Oh my God.
Sorry, but the armor looks really shitty. Which, like, the show looks so good.
Hmm.
one of the things I think The Mandalorian does well is like Jon Favreau has complete respect. By the way, tune into the Ewoks: The Battle for Endor episode of Nerd to get another. There is something from the Ewoks movies that shows up in The Mandalorian. What is it? Have to listen to find out.
Is it an
Um,
Ewok?
well, is it? Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember that Ewok that showed up in The Mandalorian? We all do, right? But I guess I've got everything. Okay, because that was a map thing. That wasn't whatever. Um, but Jon Favreau. One of the things that I think, if you want a successful Star Wars show, you really should go for practical effects, at least somewhat. It doesn't have to
Hmm.
all be practical effects, but some I mean, one of the things that made Star Wars so revolutionary is it was like a lived-in universe. Um, and so for all that practical effects stuff, am I able to get over this wall using this jump thing, or am I just stuck here? Like,
Um,
do I have to wait until I get a gravity suit?
you have to wait until you get the gravity suit, but where you're going now, like that's the back way out I was talking about.
But I don't have the gravity suit.
Yeah, so you can't go there yet.
But yeah. Anyway, uh, Grogu,
Back at the beginning of
Grogu
Metroid
on
1.
Boba Fett choosing to go back. We all understand it will take exactly 1 minute on last week on Lost to explain. It is not that confusing. Anybody online that's like, oh man, people that didn't watch Boba Fett are going to be so confused. It's like, no, TV had the recaps before then. And yeah, that's all I got there. And the
I
armor looks really
I
crappy.
watched them
Should
all
have
and I'm
gone.
still gonna be confused.
All right. So what do we got? What more Metroid stuff? You did some reveal stuff. Where should I be? It looks like you went back to do stuff. Where should I be going right now?
Um, well now, did you get the gravity suit?
Where do I get the gravity suit?
All right. Did you go after you? Did you go up, like what you were threatening to do?
No. See, it was an empty. You caught me. It was an empty threat.
Okay. Yeah.
I was never gonna go up.
That's a good point. Those are like separate series.
No, I mean, it's not even that hard to do a recap of another show, though, right? And I
Well, it's
mean,
not that hard, but that is kind of unique, right? Like,
well, so as an example, have you heard of? This is a pretty niche show that no one watched, so you might not have heard of it. But have you heard of a show called Frasier?
mm-mm. Sounds.
So, oh, you have, cool. Because yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty. It's a pretty not well-known show that not a lot of people have seen. So it's cool that you've seen it. I wasn't sure you would have.
Yeah.
So
Well.
this show called Frasier, he was actually a character on a show called Cheers, and they spun him off. They actually did some retconning because on the show, they're kind of clever about it because on the show he claims like his parents are dead, and then the whole premise is he moves back to Seattle to move in with his dad, who's a retired cop that got injured on the job, and he needs someone to live with him. And so that happens on Frasier. Yeah, that's. I mean, well. So so Amarachi's noting like, well, wouldn't that be like this and this happening? It's like, yeah, that did happen. Like as an example, Sam Malone and other Cheers characters show up on Frasier, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, this is Sam, and I don't know if they do it. I mean, that's the
But
thing. There's a
but
really okay, good.
it would be more like Frasier was this spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
Which it was.
what if in between seasons of Cheers they come back for like the next season they're like previously on Frasier and like people maybe have never watched Frasier and don't care about it. Because
They'd still be able to understand
it's
it.
one thing for no, they won't be able to. They will their minds will be broken from this. Like they under, understanding is impossible.
Understanding is impossible.
But
I don't know how
all right,
you and El
maybe
Mariachi watch TV. This is explaining a lot.
but all right, maybe
And
not
I'm like,
impossible to understand, but it is still kind of a funny thing to do.
okay, so I got
What
a miss.
if Mandalorian comes in and they're like previously on that Clone Wars cartoon, or like what if something like of like a very different
I mean,
medium?
you're aware that characters that were on the Clone Wars have shown up on the show, right?
Sure, but you wouldn't like expect people to watch both, right?
Yes, I would
Necessarily.
expect them to be able to. Okay, so by the way, there were missiles in this room. What am I missing? Is there a
Where are you?
thing I need to blow up in this room to get the gravity suit? I did go up.
All right, so you went
Did I go
up.
to the
Where are you on the map?
probably
Are you all the way up?
left bomb
Yeah,
down?
yeah. Go, so, yeah, and I'll help you guide you this just because you can waste a lot of time doing this. But go left and go outside. Um,
Oh, gotcha. So it
I
is
mean,
outside. That was
yeah,
what confused me, is I assumed that outside was taking me back outside. I
yeah.
didn't know I
So,
wanted to go back outside.
and it is possible to accidentally fall back down and go through all this again, which is why I'm gonna help you find it if you don't mind, or if unless you'd like to explore, which
Well,
is
as you
also
can,
totally fine.
as yeah, I mean, for anybody listening to the show, they would know it'd be very rare for me to ask Landon for help on this and not say, "Curse this stupid game, I hate it. Can this hell be over?" Even though it is a fun game, just parts of it are. Okay,
It
do I gotta
is.
keep going?
Yeah. So kind of hang along. Like if you fall here, you're not gonna. But just like kind of keep going left. Um, and
Classic
then
Metroid. Go left.
right. And like you can drop down a little bit. I'm trying to see where you are. All right. So hang on, let me pause mine to watch it. Yeah. If you stay like on the ground, and then sorry, I'm behind. So you're probably too far over now. And if you go right a little bit, and
I
so
went right
there's all
way
right.
too.
So yeah. So you went you passed it. If you and this is really hard. If you use your X-ray, you will see that there are two places where you can break the ground next to each other. Do the one on the right, and it'll take you where you need to go. But it's still like further to the left of where I see you. But you should be able to find it by doing what you're doing.
Hmm. So you said not that one, the other one, or this one?
Or wait, no,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you do take that, but yeah, the one that's revealed, not the missile one.
But I like the missile one.
Well, you can go
This
there.
one?
Um, and then go right.
A little more, is what you're saying?
Like go down what I see you standing on, like break through that and go right.
Okay. Done and done. And
And you can
literally
just
that's
that
true
and that
because you're in the past.
yeah,
I'm in
and
the
you can just
present.
shoot
It
those.
is
It's
it is
fine.
it is literally done.
Okay. All right. Well,
The trick if you're a
I'm
geek
gonna
is you
assume
go
you found
online
your
and
way.
find YouTube recaps of stuff, and that's how you catch up on everything. I wound up rewatching Lost in like reverse order because I wanted to know what happened in season 6, and I had never like I think I hadn't watched it recently, so I like watched season 6, and I'm like, nah, I want to watch season 5, and I watched season 5, and I watched season 4, and that was enough. I'd remember the other ones from previous. Lost's a good show.
I do have to rewatch stuff a lot. Like when it takes a year to watch something, I usually have to watch the season
What
again.
takes a
Like
year to watch?
it takes a year for a season to come out.
Okay, what do I do here?
Um,
Uh-oh.
right?
Be funny if it just killed you, like just crushed you here.
Just crush you. Yeah, like that'd be
It's
awesome.
like game. I mean, okay, so I'm glad we get an excuse to talk Lost here, but Lost is a soap opera. It's a science fiction soap opera, and as long as you accept it as that, it's like enjoyable. And I think a lot of people just wanted Lost to like end and explain everything, and it's like I think Lost. Well, actually, that was like a complaint between the show creators and like the network. Is like Lost could just keep running indefinitely.
Hmm.
Whereas the showrunners are like, please, it was an annoying comment. They're like, please let us finish. Also, please don't make us take so long. Because the network is like, we would like 6 seasons. And I mean, oh, and this is what you were talking about with, that's pretty cool. So I got the gravity suit.
Yep. Which, as we
I'm
all
gonna
know,
go
gravity
back.
helps you run underwater.
I mean that, and I can't tell if you're trying to be sarcastic because that makes sense.
Does it? Why does that make sense?
No, bad Landon. It makes sense. Of all the things in this game, when you're like, who is this wrecked ship? Is this a ghost? Like, I'll actually give you that. It's like, is that a ghost? Is it a ghost? What is it? What? Wait, if it was a ghost on a wrecked ship, I mean, I think clearly, by the way, we've answered that question. Clearly, it's a space pirate.
Yeah, Mitty did look it up, and yeah, it's a space pirate protecting Turian and Mother Brain, but what is it though?
Oh, okay. So the flying okay, just to clarify, in this game, as a holdout, the only space pirates in last game were a dinosaur that shoots spikes that can only be defeated by bombs, and a like crazy winged dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only space pirates that are controlled by a brain in a jar on a planet that is guarded by like biomass. Yeah, by the way, we've gone over 2 hours, which is awesome. So I was gonna say, what do we want to do for where we're at? Where should I go? Should I do anything else, or we can be close to calling it? I would say.
Messed it up. Yeah,
So
I'm
like
actually surprised
the
people are still
ghost
here.
doesn't exist with the dinosaur and with like the dinosaur and Godzilla.
Well,
like,
this guy got in my way. Doesn't that make sense though? I mean, what? How's he turning invisible and stuff? Like,
yeah.
At least like monsters you can kind of understand, but ghosts?
You literally have like a super alien suit that lets you run super fast and charge through things and freeze things, and you're like, how would there be anything in this universe that could phase in and out of matter and shoot fire?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I can run really fast and shoot missiles in real life, but I can't turn invisible.
All right, where am I heading? I'm in Criteria.
But now you can go back to the water level, which is where I am.
How do I get to the water level? Because if you don't remember the nap, what do you think? And I'll say what,
maybe
another. What about another 10 minutes and then
yeah,
another boss or something?
Yeah, get to a save point.
Yep.
And just kind of wander around if you want, because Meridia takes kind of a while, which is where I am. It's a maze, but look what I'm fighting. I forgot to mention it. Oh my god. Hang on. Probably can't see him now because I'm...
It's a Metroid. Yep.
Yeah, look. Metroids. Why do they look so strange? Why do they barely hurt me? What's going on here? What's happening? More mysteries.
All right, I'm gonna save. We'll revisit in a week. I'm good with Wednesday as well. If that works for you again next week. I don't think there's anything going on.
Here's the coolest boss in the game. He's not even like one of the protectors. He's just this really cool guy.
Okay, what do we got? Let's see you finish this off like a snake.
Yeah.
You missed.
That's what I want him to think.
Well, I mean, then mission accomplished. All right, I'm gonna watch you kill the snake, then I assume save. So what are you gonna do next week? Are you gonna see if you can still? I mean, at this proof of concept tonight, You probably are able to keep up with me starting over, or you can just start. You're saying we're what, 2 bosses? Is this one of the bosses, or is this just a random?
That's just a random mini boss. Thanks for hanging out, El Mariachi. Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna go much longer here. I will probably just keep going with the save next time instead of starting over again. Unless we got started a little bit earlier.
I think. I mean, yeah. This is like, yes. The time. I'm glad that I was gonna say we haven't talked this on the show, and I'm kind of sad. I got a new Mac M2, and I saw a video that made me really excited because a lot of specs on new computers are the old generation versus the new, as in like N-1 versus N.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was like, here's a comparison between a 2017 and this one. And just the M2 like just absolutely demolished a 2017. I was on a 2019, but I was very excited, but I haven't had time to like do any development or anything cool that would take super advantage of the new stuff.
Hmm.
But it's nice to get a new computer periodically.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah, my computer's still ancient, but that's how I roll. Yeah, if you want, I can go kill this next boss, and we can call it there, or save that for next time.
I actually, yeah, I'll watch you do that. That'd be fun, and then then I can know how to do that next time. How's that?
That sounds good.
So
Because
actually,
this
can you
this
show me?
next boss.
Can you show me your map real quick?
Yeah, let me kill these. Yeah, so I didn't actually like go get a
Oh,
map
by the
ready,
way, haha!
but
I got third in that chess tournament, beating a very weak player. So
nice.
that almost feels like a participation trophy.
Oops.
All right, so where can I see your map? Just like if you press start.
Wow, I just did, and then you're looking at chess or something. Hang on, let me get out of this stuff first. Oops.
Again, you keep getting stuck in Metroids that
I
you have
don't.
to get out of.
All right.
So there are 2 bosses. Well,
So
are you
here's
counting
my
Mother
map.
Brain as one of
The bottom left is where you enter through that pipe, if that helps, and then you kind of like this area is a maze. Like it's confusing, like, but it's also
don't you mean amazing?
no. Yeah, yeah, I do. Um. But
you miss 1,000 of the shots you don't take, or so I don't know.
You miss 1,000 of the shots you don't take. I'm pretty sure
Is
that's
that
the
the
quote.
quote?
Yeah,
Is that the quote?
that sounds right to me. But that 1,001th one you didn't take, you'll make somehow.
Right? That's
So
what
yeah,
I heard.
here's some more cool secrets. Yeah, so I'm really close to the boss, so I'll kill it here in a couple minutes. There are some interesting things around here that, again, can waste a bunch of time if you're not aware of them. Like these spikes. If you happen to
Hate the
fall on them, you'll
spikes.
see that they're not hurting you. That's supposed to be some indication you can fall through there. So Dragon is one of my favorite bosses. That's who I'm about to fight, and
That's pretty cool. That's a cool name. I'll give you that.
it is a cool
Dragon.
name. And
Is it a dragon?
aren't they all? But
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is the phantasm a dragon? Is it a ghost? What is it? How can it do
who
stuff?
knows? Nobody knows what Phantoon is. but Dragon, like, and I'm pretty proud of this because there's a easy way to beat him, and I discovered it on my own back in the day. One of the things I discovered spending who knows how many hours in this game just running around. But I'll show you how to do it because it's really cool, and it's just another one of those kind of things they put. Anyway, so when you drop down, you have these turrets over here doing damage to you. You can break them.
Oh, I hated those turrets. Yeah.
And here's all Dragon's children. And so like one of those turrets is already broken, so that gives you the indication that you can break the others. So once they're all broken, you basically wait for, first of all, you're like, who are these guys? And then Dragon shows up. And this is where I guess I could be doing damage to him. But he'll eventually start doing something more interesting than this. Alright, here we
Oh,
go.
it's Flying Kraid.
So you let him pick you up, and see if I did this right. And this is where the grappling beam really starts pulling its weight. That's probably why they put it in the game. Because if you connect to one of these things, you can electrocute him.
Or are you gonna do it? Oh man, I got cocky. I like was sarcastic 2 seconds too soon.
And then, very sadly, all his children come to bury him. And you're like, what am I even doing on this planet? First Crocomire, who's just minding his own business. Now this, who I did need to kill to get to Mother Brain, so I guess he's a bad guy, but that's... Man. Sad. Maybe we're all bad guys. I don't know.
Well, that was like the question. I think I brought this up and then forgot to finish my thought on it on Zelda, like Ocarina of Time. But that is just like a common fan note, is that the number of bosses in that game that legitimately are in an impenetrable area that no one could ever reach, that you just like come into and kill. Like one of the bosses is like inside like the basement of a tree that you have to like destroy a million things for, and then you like do all that, and then it gets to the end and it's like, actually let's kill this thing, and you're like, wait, what? Like, why do I need to do that?
Anyway, so now I have this space jump, and this really opens up where you can go in the game, because you can jump indefinitely, and you don't need a wall. So don't need a wall jump anymore. You can just fly around.
All right, so that was the boss. You got to save.
That was the boss.
And so wait, you're saying Mother Brain is next then, right? If you were saying 2 left, or are you including another one in front of Mother Brain?
Another one in front of Mother Brain. Two more to get to Turian.
So who's in front of Mother Brain? What else we got left? Is it a ghost? Another ghost? I hope it's another ghost.
You know who it is. You know it is.
Oh yeah, Ridley, right?
It is Ridley. It is.
Even though I thought you were already rid of Ridley. I say.
Oh no.
I say I thought you were already rid of Ridley.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, that's a mic drop. And I also won the game of chess right after if you watch this.
Yeah.
I like not only won a piece, which is awesome. I also am about to win the exchange, so they just resigned.
Nice.
That's a mic drop moment, and you just saved.
I just saved the save state. Hopefully it's still here. I feel like for me, I've got a pretty decent run going here.
Yep.
Probably not.
I agree. You're doing pretty good. I mean, seeing as you are almost to Mother Brain, and the time it took me to jump to the wreck ship 20 times and die to a ghost alien space pirate. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. It actually won't take very long to finish it from here, but I'll probably just do that next time.
And then we can discuss where to go from there after that. If we want to do Castlevania, if we want to do something else, World is our oyster. And I forgot to ask let's finish on this. Soccer. How did soccer go yesterday? You said you scored a hat trick, goal, pitch, header.
Yeah, that's what happened. We won handily because the other team didn't even show up, so we destroyed them. 3-0.
Did you just go out for beers and call it a win?
No, we
All
We
right.
we just kind of played around, just for fun, but
Sounds good.
with the people that showed up.
Forfeits count. You count them.
Yep.
You miss 1,000 games you don't forfeit.
You don't show up to.
I'll leave you. We'll leave you with that.
Yeah, wise
See
advice.
y'all in a week. Thanks for showing up and commenting. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we'll let you know next time. Have a good night.
All right.
See ya.